I never did get around to playing Styx Master of Shadows back in 2014, which I now really regret after playing its sequel, Shard of Darkness. Styx is a purebred stealth game through and through. Alert too many enemies and the best you can do is parry their attacks before scurrying back into the darkness. Otherwise, 2 hits from an enemy sword and you're dead. Styx has all the hallmarks of some of the best stealth games that have come before, though its most notable inspiration is the Thief series. You have these wonderfully large playgrounds to reach an objective as you see fit, with a range of tools to help you on your way, and a small icon displays whether you're in the darkness or in the light, just like in Thief. In fact, for anyone who felt let down by the recent reboot of Thief, Styx Shard of Darkness might just be the game you are after. I mentioned earlier that the levels are large, though the more I think about it, maybe deep is a more appropriate word. See, the levels aren't an empty wide open space, there's a great deal of verticality. Styx has a generous jump and the ability to climb around the terrain, and the levels are built to accommodate this range of movement. The amount of freedom you have to explore became most apparent in the tutorial, incidentally. I was required to enter a room, however both doors were locked. I needed a lockpick. So I went on a hunt to find one, only to get spotted and have several angry guards on my tail. I ran to a room to hide, in which I accidentally found the lockpick I needed. Great! Obviously I couldn't leave the way I came, so I climbed out of the window and pulled myself up onto a ledge. Up there I discovered a small opening into the room I was holding the lockpick for, making all that effort completely redundant. But I wasn't mad. I was pleased, if anything, because it very quickly taught me to be observant. Every level has so many different little areas to explore that if you are stuck trying to make progress, somewhere will be several other different options. There will come a point when you see a possible means of moving forward, when you think to yourself, can I go there? And the answer will no doubt be yes. You'll be surprised about how much you can actually climb on. With that said, traversing the environment isn't perfect. Styx Shard of Darkness is somewhat rough around the edges. Animation transitions are rather garish for one, but the biggest problem comes from whether Styx is in the mood to actually grab a ledge. It is inevitable, I suppose, with levels as organic as these, that there will be times when your character won't detect a grabbable ledge unless you are facing one precise spot. But this, paired with the animation transitions, makes for some tense situations where it isn't evident whether Styx will actually make a jump. Fortunately, this never happened often enough to be a game breaker, though it was an unfortunate reality that did rear its ugly head every so often, so it is worth making note of that. Nonetheless, Styx also earns praise for having a difficulty selection that actually alters the game. For example, the higher difficulties will remove certain mechanics, such as being able to parry enemies' attacks. There are also various challenges within each level, such as not being spotted, not killing any guards, doing it within a certain time, for those looking to really test their skills. These challenges give Styx a great level of replayability, as well as the open nature of the levels, which allow for a lot of fun experimentation. So it's probably very obvious by now that I recommend Styx Shard of Darkness. Despite its quirks that sometimes hold back the experience, it is a wonderfully realised stealth experience. Styx boasts solid sneaking mechanics paired with phenomenal level design, all of which allows you to reach the objective any way you see fit. Plus, with a myriad of areas to traverse, level challenges and difficulty levels that are worth pursuing, Styx is a game that begs to be played and replayed.